Going on, guys? Welcome to Big Blue Lifestyle. Welcome to my channel. Um, on my channel, I'm just gonna be chilling, going over, talking ball, mostly about Giants, but I'm a big football fan in general, so we're gonna go over everything. Um, in my intro video today, we're gonna be doing a mock draft. Love mock drafts. I my not so good Giants right now are unfortunately in third in the draft, and there's a lot of things that can happen. So we're gonna be doing a mock draft today. We're going to be using NFL mock draft database just because it has free trades and it also can go 7 rounds without me having to pay for it. Get into it. I will preface this draft with sometimes this has pretty wonky picks. I'm going to be picking realistically. I know that we're not getting Cam Ward if for some reason he falls. Unlikely that we get Travis Hunter, but it is possible. And I will entertain trade calls that are offered to me as well. So let's get into it. Just like that, I said Cam Ward fell to us. That's not realistic whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and take what the most likely pick here is Abdul Carter. I think he's like minus 850 betting odds currently for my Giants. I've fallen in love with this kid. Absolute dog. Reminds me a lot of Michael Parsons, obviously, but also Von Miller. Kid's Ben is insane. Ran like a 4.4, 4.5 or something like that. The craziest part about it, too, he's only played edge for 1 year, and in that first year playing edge, he was the best in all of college football. So we're gonna be taking Abdul Carter here. Potential sky high, especially playing next to Sexy Dexy. Kayvon Thibodeau potentially might trade him. We'll see. Brian Burns, Chauncey Golston, you know the vibes. Get it. All right, pick 34. I see Jackson Dart's available. I'm personally not that high on Jackson Dart. There's been some rumors coming out from different insiders, Adam Schefter, Connor Hughes, etc., saying that the Giants are really high on him. I don't buy that one bit. I think that's all smoke. Plus, I also don't even think he's going to be here at 34. Um, there is a couple players here that I do see that I do like, though. Obviously, Josh Connerly Jr., we need help on the offensive line. He's a dog. He can play both sides of the ball. Don't really see him as a guard, but could definitely fill that right tackle spot once Jermaine Illuminor is no longer with us. He's getting kind of old. I also see Emeka Egbuka. Really like him, though I do like Luther Burden more. I really like how that pick is looking right now. Donovan Jackson's another option. We seriously need a right guard. Um, Jaden Higgins. Really like Jaden Higgins as well. I'm not sure that he's necessarily better than Luther Burden, but I think he is a little bit of a better fit for our team specifically. We need kind of like a big body dude who can, uh, play that like T Higgins role for the Bengals. I love him. I'm tempted to take him here, quite honestly, but I'm going to be taking actually Jalen Milrow. I love Jalen Milrow. Apparently, he's got a relationship with Malik Neighbors already. Malik Neighbors supposedly is vouching for him. I don't know how much truth there is to that. But the kid's elite trait is his speed, dual threat ability. He's got a very strong arm. He struggles on the short and sometimes intermediate passes with accuracy. Doesn't have great touch, but he is a very good deep ball passer. I think he'd fit absolutely great in New York as well as under Dable's system, assuming that Dable's going to be here next year. Um, and learning behind someone like Russell Wilson, who's a great long-time GOAT, very experienced, can teach him a lot of different things when it comes to throwing mechanics, uh, pre-snap reads, etc. And I quite honestly do think this might be the pick here if he falls to us at 34. So I'm going to be taking Jalen Milrow here. Not going to lie, it was pretty hard passing on Luther Burden, but our receiver core is not that bad. All right, pick 65. Here I'm specifically looking at D tackles. I see two people I really like here. Could also be looking at a running back. So this is a pretty deep running back class. I don't know about taking one at 65 if Henderson and Judkins are gone already. I like Scattaboo. I went to Arizona State. Big Scattaboo fan. Seen him play in person many times, but I can't take him at 65. Wide receivers. Love Jack Besh. Not too sure how I feel about Noel. Io Manor, like him a lot too. Really like Savion Williams. Hopefully he'll be there at 99, but I'm not taking him at 65. We also need a guard as well, like Embo. I also really like Fairchild, Frazier, and Grant. So I might hold off on that. The pick is obviously going to be Alfred Collins. This dude is an absolute baller in the run game. Patching him up with Sexy Dexy in the interior. Our run defense is really our biggest issue with the additions we've made to our secondary. Pass rush is going to be insane, especially if we take Abdul Carter. Um, but the pass rush doesn't matter too much if a team can run the ball down your throat. So Alfred Collins is going to be my pick here. Not too much explanation needed. I see Savion Williams went pretty early right there. That's pretty unfortunate. Pick 99. Let's see who we got. My best friend is actually from WV. He loves Wyatt Millen. He's always in my ear about how good this kid is. Um, I also really like him as well. Definitely entertain him here. Got to be the best offensive player. I mean, offensive line left, it looks like. I mean, I think these guys will still be here at 105, so I don't really like any of these edges. I do like Ashton Gillot, but obviously with the addition of Abdul Carter, I'm not going to be taking an edge. Andrew Makuba is an interesting pick as well. Really like Andrew Makuba. The question is, what would his role be? We added obviously Javon Holland. You have Tyler Nubin. Assuming both players are not injured, I can't really see him having too much playing time unless you move him to like corner somewhere. I don't know how good he would be in like a corner role. Running back Scattaboo's still here. Like Scattaboo, but I like a lot of these guys down here just as much. So not going to be taking him corner. Really like Kobe Bryant. Um, Not too high on Berg. Parrish is pretty cool. See linebackers. I also like Jalen Royals a lot as well. Kind of reminds me of Debo, but don't really think we need to address that right here. Um, so I'm leaning towards Wyatt. Leaning towards Wyatt right now, I think. Between Wyatt or Makuba, but I think I'm going to go Wyatt. Good pick. Can be a swing tackle. Could even move him to guard. Need help with the guard position for sure. 105, we have some offers. Let's take a look here. This is not really realistic whatsoever. But I do like how this trade looks for sure with the 49ers. Looking like we're moving back 8 spots to pick up 2 7th rounders, a fourth and a fifth next year. Could also pick up a 5th round pick, but we'd be moving back pretty far here. See who we have. We still have Scattaboo available. Um, I do like Chris Paul Jr. actually. I do really like Chris Paul Jr. Definitely thinking about that. Now the wide receivers, we do need a wide receiver. At this point, if we're gonna be taking a wide receiver, I don't really think we need anybody other than a big body. I like Isaac Tesla, like Deontay Thornton. Didn't really show too much, but the kid has crazy speed. He's like 6'5" or something like that. Big jump ball guy. I also really, really like DeAndre Lambert Smith, one of the most underrated receivers in this class, for sure. I might take Scadaboo, quite honestly. Might take him. I know the Giants like him, but I still think there's too much depth in the running back room here. I'm going to be going Chris Paul Jr. to give us some more depth at the inside linebacker position. We haven't re signed Isaiah Simmons yet. Chris Paul Jr. is the pick. So we can move back 20 spots to pick up a seventh and a sixth in the fifth round here with the Cowboys. I ain't trading shit with the Cowboys. I could move out of the fifth round for three sixth round picks with the Ravens. Move back one spot to pick up a seventh rounder. That looks pretty good. Let's see who we have here. Running backs. I do like Bayshul Tootin. His fumbles kind of concern me, but he's got elite speed. I think he would complement someone like Tyrone Tracy Jr. very, very well. But I'm really eyeballing Trevor Etienne here. I don't know if he's going to be available if we wait till pick 19. Quite honestly, let's see. I also like Jalen Rivers quite a lot. We already took Milam though. We also signed a few swing tackles this offseason, so I'm not sure how necessary that exactly is going to be. Is my boy Kobe Bryant still here? Nah, somebody took him. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Do also like Jordan Phillips a lot. We could use more depth in the interior of our defensive line for sure. I also really like Miles Frazier, and I'm actually keen in on him right here. Now, I hope that Trevor Etienne is still somehow there. I also really like Kyle Manangi. I also like Taj Brooks. Um, and I also like Jordan James. There's some few running back options still available. So I'm going to be taking Miles Frazier, actually. We need the guard help. We have now two offensive linemen drafted here in Milam and Frazier. Both have guard capabilities, especially Frazier. I like the depth that we've added so far here. And here in the seventh round, I'm definitely going to be eyeballing a running back now. Like I said, Menangi is still here. He's from Rutgers. He goes to Rutgers, rather. Apparently, he grew up a Giants fan. Heard a lot of good things about him. I also like Taj Brooks. Just telling me to take a tight end. I don't think that's necessary whatsoever. I really like Theo Johnson's upside. I like Bellinger. I also like Dolchich. Um, they also use some CB help. Not really anybody standing out to me here. Best one I like is Hancock out of Ohio State. But I think I'm actually going to be taking Kyle Manangi here. Kid's a thumper. I think he would complement someone like Tracy pretty well as well. And then with our last pick, I'm looking at receiver. I see Keandre Lambert Smith sitting there falling right into our laps, and that is absolutely going to be my pick. So to summarize my draft, this is going to be my only draft before the actual draft happens on Thursday here. I'm recording this on April 22nd. It's a Tuesday, 2 days prior to the draft. I could definitely see the draft falling pretty similar to something like this for us. I do think Abdul Carter is going to be the pick. I really hope they don't trade down from that pick. I think that's smoke. There's some rumors coming out that they're taking trade calls. I think any team takes trade calls just to see what's available. But I do think Abdul Carter is going to be the pick here. I also think Jalen Milroe is going to be the QB pick if we decide to draft a QB in this class. I could also see us going someone like Kyle McCord in the third round, maybe the fourth round if he's there. Potentially even trading back into the first for someone like Shador, but pretty sure he went early in this draft. So I like our first two picks. I really, really like our third round pick here. Both of them actually, but specifically Alfred Collins. I think this guy's a perfect fit in New York. He'd be learning under someone like Andre Patterson, a GOAT defensive line coach. really help develop Dexter Lawrence. He's gonna be playing on a monstrous defensive line. Really gonna help our run game quite a lot. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is my first video. Expect a lot of improvements from here. Love you guys. Let's go Big Blue. Peace.